Be sure to remember, Jason, I'm not into Mr. Edward. You can tell him I've gone to Bermuda. But if Mr. Paul calls, tell him you can reach me at Bergdorf Goodman in the Customs Department. You've got that?
Yes, miss.
And if Mr. Oscar calls, tell him I'll go to dinner with him on condition we go to that little place in Brooklyn with the skeletons. And tell Father. Oh, that'll be all, Jason.
Yes, miss.
Hello.
Hello.
I hope I didn't disturb you.
No, I'm all right, thanks.
Are you waiting for someone?
Yes, Mr. Robinson. He lives here.
Oh, yes, I know he does. I'm his daughter. How do you do?
How do you do?
Wouldn't you like to wait upstairs in my sitting room? If you like music, I have a wonderful collection of Beethoven records.
If you don't mind, I think I'll wait here. They told me I had just exactly 17 and a half minutes. At that rate, I figure I've got about 38 seconds to go.
Oh, that's because he's cooking.
You mean he's cooking? But I thought he was an engineer.
Oh, no, well, engineering's only his hobby. He's really a cook.
Yeah, but he told me he wanted to see the plans of my tractor.
Jason! Audrey, I'm so glad you're here. I've done it.
It's not necessary to lose dignity.
Yeah, but now hurry up on in. It must be eaten immediately, you see? Go on. And you can come in, too. Who are you?
Well, I'm...
Oh, you're from the Madison Service, yes. How do you do? Come on in. You can have some, too. Come on in, Jason. You stand right over there, will you please? Thank you. Hurry up, Jason, hurry up. Now, here's the idea. We have each made one of these, what do you call them?
Вареники с мясом с грибным гарниром а-ла Хабаровск.
Yes, we've each made one of those. Now, we won't tell you whose is whose, you see, but we want you to taste and judge for yourself which is the best. Now, Audrey, you start in, will you please? Now taste the other. Well?
That one.
Ah. You taste, will you please, Jason? Oh, it smells good. And the other? Well?
That one.
Aha! Excuse me. You have a try at it, will you, young man? Well?
This one's fine. That one tastes...
Palate. An amateur digesting. I don't even have to ask Mavshovsky, forgive me, old friend, to tell me that you are not an epicure. And for this I work. For this I call upon the shades of great artists like Lucullus and Briard-Savarin. Ah, if there's occasion to... Too much. I'm going back. Do you hear? To your Ethel Goody waffle shopping.
Oh, Bibenko. Oh, please, don't upset yourself like that, old man. You're the master. I'm only the pupil. Oh, think, man, think. Think of your eggs pilaf. Think of your kasha krusnayeska with truffles. Oh, don't go back to ye Ethel Goody waffle shopping.
Silence. Advise me, Мавшовский. Сашенька, скажи мне, что мне сделать? Я не знаю, обижает меня, хочу уйти. Да, хочу уйти, ну, обижает меня. Okay. I've been ordered to stay.
Ah, good. That's my friend. I knew you would. It's fine. That's fine. yes, of course. Now, young man, you want to see me?
Yes, he does, Daddy. He has plans for a tractor, and a perfectly beautiful one, too.
How do you know, Miss Robinson? You haven't seen them.
Well, if you made them, they must be beautiful.
All right, Audrey. Now, don't start working. Just leave us alone, will you? There's a good girl. Run along now.
Mr. Robinson,
Well, I hope I'll see you again, Mr.
Wade.
Wade.
Yes.
Jason, if Mr. Leonard calls, tell him you don't know when to expect me in.
Yes, miss. Well, now, Mr. Robinson,
I hear you have plans for a new type machine. Is that right?
Yes, sir, I have.
Well, let's see them, will you?
Well, this hardly seems the place to show them to the best advantage.
Well, I've got to stay here. I have a pie in the oven.
Well, I could come back tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr.
Wade.
Mr. Wade, this probably seems a little odd to you. No doubt it is. But see, this is my way of relaxing. When I stand over a hot stove, I can forget all my other problems. You understand? So now if you realize the situation, why, we'll look over your plan, shall we? Just lay them out there on the floor, huh?
It's a cinder, Mr. Robinson.
What?
Your pie, Mr. Robinson, belongs to the ages.
Oh, to the devil with the pie. Mr. Wade, I think you might be a genius. What do you say you and I get out of the kitchen and get into what's left of the library? We have a lot to discuss, Mr. Wade.
Mavshovsky, what do they mean by the limit of nth terms increases in zero? What do you mean, you don't know? Well, ask Sir Isaac Newton, Socrates, Aristotle, but find out, I must know. В чем дело? Я должен знать, что такое важное делать.
Sit down. Now then, how much advance royalties would you want, if it isn't too much?
Well, Mr. Robinson, I don't know. I hadn't thought...
Well, figure it out, my boy, figure it out. I'll have to have a working model first, you know.
A working model? Well, gosh, that'll take me a couple of months, and it'll cost a lot of money.
Yes, but I'll have to have something to show to my board. Your idea is so revolutionary, I'll have to be convinced that it'll work.
Well, Mr. Robinson, I haven't got any place to work here in New York.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's see. Well, why not here in this house, where nobody will see what you're doing until after we get a patent on this thing, huh? I have a machine shop in the cellar, beautifully fitted out, too. I made all the gadgets for my kitchen there.
Gee, that's great.
Well, I'll make a note of that.
Oh, I didn't dream you were still here.
Yeah, run along, Audrey. You knew he was here all the time. Now we'll have to find a place for you to live. Near here, see? Now, how should we go about that? Let me see. By George, I have it. Madison Service.
Madison Service?
Well, yes, aren't you a client? Miss Madison personally recommended you to me.
Well, I dropped in there one day for a moment, but I didn't have any idea that they knew anything about me.
Oh, they know everything about everybody, the snoopers.
Oh, Audrey, please don't be ridiculous. They're marvelous. And get out of my hair, will you? I've asked you that many times. Your troubles are over once Madison Service starts on you.
Hello? It's Mr. Robinson. I hope he likes the tractor. Hello? Yes, Mr. Robinson. Oh, I'm glad. I'm so glad. An apartment. You want us to get Mr. Wade an apartment?
I could have predicted that.
And what's more, I'm going to get him to sign up with you as a client. Yeah, you deserve the commission. Now about the apartment. I'll want to see the boy often, but not too often. So it must be something near, but not too near. And it must be something nice. Yeah, but not too nice. That is expensive, I mean.
Oh, it must be cheap.
Well, they'll know exactly what to do, and we'll arrange the financial details later.
Right.
Yes, that's right.
We'll be very glad to give Mr. Wade our service to Luxe. Yes. Goodbye. Well, he's a client. Put the girls on it.